After Delhi government implements the Grade-IV or the GRAP-IV level measures, the total number of trucks stopped at the border are about 1,700. The diesel light motor vehicles have been stopped and impounded are about more than roughly 1,300, 1296. The graded response action plan stipulates that no trucks can enter the national capital region right now. And also, as we talk about the light motor vehicles, BS3 vehicles, there are different restrictions that exist in the national capital at this point in time. Anshul continues to be with us on the broadcast. Anshul, why don't you first highlight the GRAP-IV measures and what action has the police taken?
So yes, the GRAP-IV measures that have been implemented by the Delhi government out here in the national capital, basically this means that any heavy vehicle or any medium goods vehicle that are supposed to get inside the national capital, except of when they are transporting essential materials, they would be stopped at the borders out here in the national capital, and hence the Delhi police has taken this order that has come in from the administration very hands-on. The reports, the numbers that we have already been getting from the Delhi police in this entire matter are being flashed on our screens right now, as we are just telling our viewers that more than 1,700 vehicles have already been stopped by the Delhi police from entering the premises of the national capital, entering the area of the national capital, which means that the Delhi police is also trying to make sure that GRAP, which is already implemented on papers, can actually be implemented on ground as well. But yes, remember, GRAP-II is a thing that was implemented in the national capital for the last 1 month, and over the last 1 month, we have seen almost zero to a negligible effect that it might have taken on the pollution out here in the national capital, and hence, yet again, implementation of GRAP-IV also raises a lot of questions as to how can it improve the AQI in the national capital, which cannot be seen happening at this point. But since GRAP-IV has been implemented, the Delhi police has jumped into action. They are now impounding vehicles that are older than 15 years or 10 years when it comes to diesel vehicles, and also vehicles are being impounded if they are found flying on the roads because they are banned according to GRAP-III that was implemented. The flying of BS3 and BS4 vehicles was already banned, and hence more than 1,200 vehicles have already been impounded by the Delhi police, who were seen roaming around the streets when this entire GRAP-III was implemented by the Delhi government. So yes, at this point, a lot of work needs to be done to actually tell the people as well that they should not step out of their houses, because it not only is hazardous for their health, but it is also hazardous for the air quality out here in the national capital as well, and hence a bigger program needs to be undertaken is what experts believe at this point in time.
All right, Anshul, as you get us all those perspectives, let me also cut across to some more reactions coming in on the story.
बीजेपी अगर इसी समय काम कर लेती ना, साल भर की तो बात छोड़ दो, तब भी ये नौबत नहीं आती। बीजेपी के सरकारों के निकम्मेपन की मार दिल्ली झेल रहा है। दिल्ली के अंदर जो काम हुए हैं, अगर भाजपा के लोग इसी समय जो काम चल रहे हैं ना उतना ही काम कर दें, तो उससे भी दिल्ली की काफ़ी भला हो जाएगा। भाजपा के लोग बोलने के लायक नहीं है। पहले काम करो, फिर आकर के बात करो।
दिल्ली आज गैस चेंबर इसलिए बनी है क्योंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी ने पिछले 8-9 वर्षों में केवल प्रदूषित राजनीति की है, दोषारोपण की राजनीति की है। सत्ता में आने से पहले पंजाब में दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल कहते थे कि दिल्ली की प्रदूषण का मुख्य कारण पंजाब में जलने वाली पराली है। ये उनके बयान है। उन्होंने कहा कि मेरे आते ही, आम आदमी पार्टी के आते ही पंजाब में पराली की समस्या को समाप्त कर देंगे। कल ही 3000 से ज्यादा घटनाएं पंजाब में पराली जलाने की सामने आई हैं। जिस प्रकार से वहां पर पराली के लगातार जलने के इंसिडेंट्स हो रहे हैं, सवाल तो ये बनता है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, उस गोल का क्या हुआ?
This is a meeting right now of the Delhi government which is happening at this point in time as a toxic haze covers the national capital. We all wonder when will this end, because there's no proper solution that has been put out by the political class as far as this entire matter is concerned. Those were the visuals that were coming in from that crucial meeting which is being held by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal at this point in time. Gopal Rai and other senior functionaries are also present. I'm not aware if the LG is part of this meeting, but any kind of measure which is taken has to be approved by LG at the end of the day. Or even is something which is being thought about, that is that something that should be implemented? Well, if you ask the experts, they would say do what you can, because there are areas in the national capital where the AQI has crossed 999, and that means you can't measure it. This is literally a poisonous gas that you're breathing right now. It's not your ordinary air that you inhale and get your life from. This toxic haze claims life of thousands of people every year. The quality of life here in the national capital has deteriorated adversely in the last few years. My colleague Rupashri Nanda is joining us on the broadcast, getting us more details on the story. Rupashri, please, more about this meeting.
Well, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is going to chair this meeting, and it has been termed as an emergency meeting considering the kind of situation that Delhi finds itself in. Environment Minister Gopal Rai will also be present, and so will officials of various departments who are the stakeholders. It remains to be seen whether the Chief Minister takes any radical decisions like whether odd and even is on the table, or whether he would make wearing masks mandatory. Remember, the Delhi government does not have a very happy situation or working relationship with the Lieutenant Governor's office, and one of the issues that has been flagged off by the Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai is that senior officers of various departments, including the environment, do not attend meetings, and this shows a kind of lack of seriousness when it comes to tackling pollution, and that is one demand that Gopal Rai made when he met the Lieutenant Governor last week, and that is one demand that he has made of the Chief Minister also, that please ensure that officers are at least present so that we can work on better implementation of every measure that has been announced on the ground. It remains to be seen whether the Chief Minister can do that. It is quite unlikely considering the sort of a very difficult relationship that the elected government and the Lieutenant Governor's office share, and considering that officers now come not under the Chief Minister, but they come under the Lieutenant Governor. The other important point to be noted is that the grade for GRAP, Graded Response Action Plan, grade 4 has already been imposed in Delhi. So there is not anything that is radically different that can be done, except of course, as I was saying, considering implementation of odd and even, or making masks or wearing of masks mandatory. And it remains to be seen whether the Chief Minister would take that call. The other point, of course, is that once the meeting is over, we expect a press conference to be addressed by either the Environment Minister or the Chief Minister, or both. Remember, even as we speak, primary schools have been shut down till the 10th of this month, and the senior grades have been allowed to conduct classes online. They have been given that option. And yesterday, the CAQM actually imposed grade 4 under
Absolutely.
GRAP.
Yes.
And it remains to be seen whether the Chief Minister actually
goes
takes
ahead
the call
and
to
takes
make
all
it
those measures.
mandatory.
Yes, and I'm sorry to interrupt you
Especially
there, Rupashri. That's all the time that we have. But I appreciate you joining us on the broadcast and putting all of that into perspective.